Japan enters the World Baseball Classic as one of the big favorites. The Samurai have won 3 of the 5 tournaments played, and once again they're bringing a complete roster. Elite pitching, speed, discipline, contact, and clutch hitting. Their defense is imperfect, but this team knows how to perform under pressure. Japan plays clean baseball, understands the small details, and always finds a way to win. They have every tool needed to fight for another world title. Here's how a possible lineup could look for the 2026 Classic. Leading off is Shohei Ohtani, considered by many the best baseball player on the planet. In the 2023 Classic, he won the MVP after hitting .435 with 1 homer, 8 runs batted in, 9 scored, 10 hits, 4 doubles, 10 walks, and a stolen base in just 7 games. In 2025 with the Dodgers, he blasted 55 homers, drove in 102 runs, stole 20 bases, and hit .282, earning his 4th MVP award in only 6 years. Batting second is Lars Nootbaar. Last season with the Cardinals, he hit .234 with 13 home runs and 48 runs driven in. Hitting third is Seiya Suzuki of the Cubs. He played in the 2017 Classic at just 22 years old, collecting 3 hits and 14 at-bats. Now he returns with MLB experience and a much more polished game. In 2025 with Chicago, he crushed 32 homers, drove in 103, and hit .245, becoming one of the team's main offensive forces. In the cleanup spot is Munetaka Murakami, who just signed with the Chicago White Sox. He's a true power hitter. In Japan, he hit .286 with 24 homers and 52 RBI in only 69 games. One swing from him can flip a game, just like he did against Mexico and the United States in the 2023 Classic. Batting fifth is Kazuma Okamoto, another hitter with both power and contact. He shined in the last Classic, hitting .333 with 2 homers and 7 runs batted in. In 2025, despite being limited to 77 games because of injury, he still hit 15 homers, drove in 51, and posted a strong average of .322. Batting sixth is Masataka Yoshida. The lefty didn't have a great 2025 with Boston, playing only 55 games because of injuries, hitting .266 with 4 homers and 26 runs driven in. But in the last World Baseball Classic, he was one of Japan's best hitters, finishing with a crazy .409 average, 2 homers, and 13 RBI. If he finds that version of himself again, he becomes a game changer. Batting seventh is Teruaki Sato, fresh off an MVP season in Japan after blasting 40 home runs, driving in 102 runs, stealing 10 bases, and hitting .277. Those are monster numbers by any standard. In the 8th spot is Kaito Kozono, who hit .309 in Japan with 3 home runs, 47 RBI, and 12 stolen bases. And closing the lineup in the 9th spot is catcher Kenya Wakatsuki, coming off a season with 100 hits, 6 home runs, 31 RBI, and a .272 average in the MPB. Now, we take a look at the defense, and while the defensive metrics don't really favor Japan, this team always finds a way to get the outs they need in short tournaments. They won't have the best defense in the Classic, but they're disciplined, well-coached, and extremely reliable in high-pressure moments. Behind the plate is Kenya Wakatsuki, a solid receiver with good hands, though a bit vulnerable against the running game. Last season, he committed 6 errors in 864 chances, finishing with a fielding percentage of .993. At first base, we have Kazuma Okamoto, a steady defender who can also play third. In 2025, he posted a strong .985 fielding percentage, showing once again how reliable he is. At second base would be Teruaki Sato. He's only played 1 career game at that position, but Japan would likely slide him there to balance the infield. He's not elite, but he's not a liability either, and he's always been solid at his natural position, third base. At third base stays Munetaka Murakami. His glove isn't great, and that's why many fans wonder why Okamoto isn't moved there. But Japan prefers to keep Okamoto at first for overall stability and leave Murakami at third so they don't lose his power bat. It's a strategic decision. The team's defensive structure matters more than individual defensive talent. At shortstop is Kaito Kozono, who committed 4 errors in 165 chances in 2025, finishing with a .976 fielding percentage. In left field is Masataka Yoshida. His defense has been a concern for years, which is why Boston moved him to designated hitter. In 2023, he missed about 8 plays that an average left fielder usually makes, and his arm cost his team around 4 runs. His defense ranks among the lowest at the position. In center field is Lars Nootbaar, who cost the Cardinals roughly 4 runs this past season. His range was slightly below average, missing about 1 extra play, and his arm took away around 3 runs despite throwing 90 miles per hour. Overall, his defense grades below average. In right field is Seiya Suzuki, who posted about 2 runs below average. His range was shaky with 3 plays missed, but his arm saved 1 run and still shows good strength at 89.4 miles per hour. Overall, his defense sits slightly below average. On the bench, Japan would have Shugo Maki, Hotaka Yamakawa, Ryoma Nishikawa, Shota Morishita, Yuhei Nakamura, Ukyo Shuto, Koji Chikamoto, Sosuke Genda, and Taisei Makihara. A group that brings speed, versatility, and real offensive depth. Japan's biggest weapons are the rotation and the bullpen. Their number one starter would be the android Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who shocked the baseball world with his World Series performance against Toronto. With the Dodgers, he put up Cy Young level numbers: a 2.49 ERA, 201 strikeouts in 173 innings, a 0.99 whip, and a record of 12 wins and 8 losses. Next in the rotation is Shohei Ohtani, returning to the mound with a 2.87 ERA in 47 innings, striking out 62 hitters across 14 games. His velocity is fully back, touching 101 and 102 miles per hour. A huge advantage in short tournaments like this. The third starter would be Cubs left-hander Shota Imanaga, entering his second World Baseball Classic. In MLB, he threw 144 innings, struck out 117 batters, and finished with a 3.73 ERA. And the fourth spot goes to Tatsuya Imai, who dominated Japan last season with a 1.92 ERA, 178 strikeouts in 163 innings, and an incredible 0.89 whip. That level of dominance is exactly why so many MLB teams want him. In the bullpen, Japan is also stacked with talent. One of their main arms would be Kaima Taira, who threw 52 innings in Japan, struck out 53 hitters, and finished the season with 31 saves. Elite numbers for a short tournament like this. Behind him comes Yuki Matsui, now with the Padres, who logged 63 innings with a 3.98 ERA, standing out for his command and his ability to avoid hard contact. Another key weapon is Kodai Senga, who posted a 3.02 ERA across 22 games, once again flashing his famous ghost fork, a pitch that gives hitters nightmares. Japan would also have Yusei Kikuchi, Hiromi Ito, Hiroto Saiki, Kazuki Sugiyama, and Suguru Iwazaki. A deep group blending MLB experience, NPB dominance, and a wide variety of pitching styles. This combination makes Japan's bullpen one of the most complete in the entire tournament. Japan enters the World Baseball Classic as a true powerhouse. Their rotation is one of the strongest in the field, their bullpen is loaded, and their offense has the firepower to win it all again. This team brings experience, youth, and a competitive edge that few countries can match. Japan will be a brutal challenge for every contender, and once again stands as one of the top favorites to lift the World Baseball Classic trophy.